The 2025 GMC Sierra 3500 dually is still a good contender in the market, but is it worth the price increase? We'll find out in this video. I borrowed this truck from Jerry Seiner, Buick GMC here in South Jordan, Utah. Be sure to ask for Frank if you'd like to purchase it. Let's go ahead and check out the window sticker so you guys can see the pricing on this truck. At the very top is a description with the colors. And then here's a short listing of the standard equipment. Be sure to pause it. Base price comes in at $78,000, and here are all the options. You have the Duramax diesel, Denali reserve package, and this one does have the fifth wheel prep. Onyx black paint was $495. Destination comes in at $1995 with a total price of $92,360. For 2025, this truck did get a price increase of $1,200 over 2024 model year dualies. And that Denali reserve package got a price decrease, so you are paying a little bit less for that package. On the front end, you guys can see there's a ton of chrome. They also give you these animations for the headlights, so it has like a little bit of a dance there. If it's nighttime, it actually turns on each individual projector down to the fog lights, and it turns on the rest of the lights on the truck, so it's kind of cool. Front parking sensors, recovery hooks down below. You probably can notice too, there's no active grille shutters. I've noticed on dualies, they don't add that. I'm not sure why. There is a camera on the front end with a sprayer to clean it. Also, you do have a active hood scoop here. And I like this little bit of chrome on the side there. It does add a nice accent just above that fog light, which is a projector style LED. Now, as far as your suspension goes, independent double wishbone, so you can see those upper and lower control arms are finished in steel. That steer knuckle is also in steel, and it looks hollow too, so it looks like they are trying to save some weight. You can kind of tell that those control arms are also a little hollow as well. Huge sway bar right there. You guys see the shock absorber. Now you don't see a coil, and I think it's because of these torsion bars, so there's no need for a coil for the suspension. Fabric material for the liner. You guys can see that wax coating on the frame there too, and they do provide that 3500 badge right there. As far as your wheel and tire setup goes, GM gives you the largest wheel option for dually in the segment, 18-inch wheel, and they use a good tire. These are the Michelins, and I want to make this point. These tires are not cheap. I had actually compared a F350 to a F550 with commercial tires, and although that was a 17-inch wheel, I can only imagine how much more money it would be for an 18. Load range E, and here is the tire size. Hopefully you guys can see it. I'm trying to get that sun out of there, but LT 235/80/18, and the capacity for the tires is right here. 3,195 pounds. 2,910 for dual, 80 psi. Fixed running boards down below. You can get the power deployable on this truck too, and they do give you the lights on the fender flares. Now if you back all the way up, this is truly a nice truck. I do like the overall styling of it, and because it is a dually, I actually don't really mind the chrome so much because you have the painted bumpers, so it looks classy. It's not too much bright chrome on the truck. Here's some of your badging here. And then your mirrors have lights right there. They're just for stationary usage though. A little bit more chrome. It says Denali HD down below. More lighting here for backing up your truck or your trailer. Blind spot, this top mirror is heated. However, this bottom one does not, and it's not power still. More cameras right there. Chrome on the door handles with smart key system only on the front doors. And then here's that 8-foot bed. And they have a pretty good design. I would say that they're probably second place to Ford. Ford has the best dually bed design ever. The steps are on the front of it too, and on the rear bumper. Hopefully in the future we'll see a larger fuel tank option or standard fuel tank for the long bed dualies. But for right now, 36 gallon, 7 gallon DEF tank. And here is the rear. So you have those 18-inch wheels, great concave look. No wheel liner on this truck, but it is available for purchase. And then this is the suspension. They have 4 leaves in the main pack, with the bottom one there being a helper spring. It's not even fully engaged. And they give you 3 overloads. Now, if you were looking at a single rear wheel 1 ton, there'd be 5 leaves down here, and then 2 for the overloads. And I think that's why this truck sits a little bit lower in comparison. Not by much, but a little bit. Also, just take note of your clearance lights. They are LED. Full LED tail lights. There's your step, rear parking sensors, class 5 hitch. They also give you the camera inputs on the back bumper. More clearance lights in the center there too. Hopefully you can see it right there. And then these are your camera inputs. 7-pin for your trailer. And then of course, this tailgate comes standard now. This is a multi-pro tailgate. Acts as a step. They do provide a handle. Let's go ahead and step inside. I do miss my long bed dually. I had a Chevy Silverado for 2024, and man, it is nice having all this extra space in the bed. They do provide 2 cameras right there. One's for the rear view mirror and then one for bed view. This one does have the sunroof. And they give you 6 tie downs up front. And then out back, you'll see your bed light, and then you have 6 more in the rear with a 400-watt plug on that side. I'm sure you guys saw your 4 and 7-pin down there for your 5th wheel prep package. And to put this down, you just pull this up and then drop it. And this tailgate has multiple functions. So you have this guy here like this, and you have it like this too when it's down in a normal position. All in all, I like this one the best. They make it standard, so that makes it easy too. Down below, you see your spare tire does have a steely, and your inner wheels are steely too. Michelin tire, is that right? Yeah, Michelin tire. 342 rear end with a automatic locker. And then here's just that side view. In the comment section, who loves the rear of a dually? It's a really good looking truck. For 2025, there's nothing new for the powertrains, so you're going to still get a 6.6 gas engine standard on this configuration, and this is the optional diesel. It's a 6.6 liter displacement, 470 horsepower, 975 pound-feet of torque. I believe this is probably one of the best reliable options currently, because they only did minor changes for 2024, and they kind of did something similar with the, what was it, the LM2 3-liter Duramax diesel, I believe it is. I think the LZO was the Gen 1, the LM2 is the Gen 2. So they just updated the combustion and the turbo. Now with that being said, they also use Denso for the fuel pump and injectors, and Denso is a really good name that Toyota uses for their components as well. 10-speed transmission, first gear is like a 454 I believe, so really deep gears. Let's go ahead and check out the interior. GM does compete really well now in the segment for the interior. I do like the soft touch that they have. They do have this wood trim piece. It goes from this light color brown all the way down to this black here. Seat memories are right there. You have these power mirrors for tow mode and power folding. Auto up and down for the front windows, auto down for the rear. 9-speaker Bose sound system, I believe. And then you have this gray stitching with the piping. They did take away the leather that was inside this area here. And then it says Denali on that kick plate. This does have a 12-way driver's seat with the lumbar that goes up and down. Telescoping and tilt steering wheel, and then here's some of your controls: electronic parking brake, four-wheel drive system, and then you have your drive modes with tow haul mode, lighting, heads-up display, has a 15-inch heads-up right there. And on that dash, you can see some of that stitching, piping, and leather. Grab handle, you can see that the roof is a light gray color, but luckily, as I've pointed out in the past, it does match the stitching, so I'm a stickler for that. I like to just have a black liner. I know that it's a little bit cooler in the summertime, but it just doesn't look that great. Let's go ahead and check out the passenger side. On the passenger side, 12-way seat, Denali kick plate, and then check out the dash here. You have that piano black with that satin finish there. And check out that cross stitching there. A little bit of storage, leather wrapping. And they do provide a grab handle on this side. And the wood does the same effect. So it goes from black to light there. This is a storage area and soft touch inside of there. So if things rattle around, it doesn't make a lot of noise. Oh yeah, real quickly, check this out too. This is that nice little accent that runs side to side on the dash. And glove box, if you do plan on using this truck for a bed camper, this is showing you the capacity is 4,456 pounds. And that's pretty darn good. Now that's not the payload. The payload's gonna be higher than that, but that's what they're saying that you can put in the back of the bed. And let's go ahead and check out the rear. 60/40 bench. Here's that door. Speaker grills look great on these trucks too. Seat back pockets, outboard heated seats, USBs, cup holders right there, more cup holders right here, and that rear glass that slides with power, defrost. You can drop down the headrest, storage here, and storage below the seat. Engine block heater plug is right there. I didn't show that to you earlier, but you do have that on this truck. Let's go ahead and jump back over to the driver's side. Here are the controls on the steering wheel. Heated steering wheel buttons right there. And then this is how you control that 12-inch display on this side. 13.4-inch display. If you put it in reverse, check this out. You can disable your 360 camera view if you like. You can see this is the front and rear. And then you have these camera views. Also, you can see where those wheels are. This is helpful for parking too. It's a big truck, right? So sometimes that might be helpful for some people who don't know how to park this thing. And you have your bed view camera. Now if you're in reverse and you push this camera view, it does turn on the bed lights. You can also zoom in. Also, if you need to hook up to a trailer, if you hit that button for your trailer, it will turn on that line. It doesn't work when you zoom in, but there it is. As I mentioned too, that was your other camera view for your 4K mirror. LED lights up top here, home link. You can also slide that rear glass, as I said. These controls are for your mini sunroof. Hopefully they give us a twin panel for this truck. They also give you your vanities with the warm LED lighting right there. Heads up display, you can probably see, you can see like the miles per hour. On this screen, it's very customizable too, so if you want to move things around, if you want to take things out of this menu, I like to put my cameras in here. If you have a Android or Apple phone, you can put that there. You see that it's split screen. They give you some nice information right there, shows you the temperature and the time. More leather right there with that satin finish. Heated and ventilated seats, dual climate control. This truck is loaded. Here's all your buttons down here. Exhaust brake is just a single mode. And this is a lane keep assist alert, so it's not going to steer the steering wheel. This is how you disable your parking sensors. You can drop the tailgate, caution lights, traction control. And if you want to drop all the windows down, somebody farted in the truck, that makes life a little bit easier. But I think it's probably more for like when you live in Texas and it's 115 degrees outside, you can just drop all those windows down to get all that heat out. And then here are those USBs, trailer brake controller, Denali badge, perforated leather, and wireless charger, USBs, power plug. Let's go ahead and check out the payload for this truck. When you get a dually, you get a 6,000 pound gross axle weight rating out front. The rear is 10,400 pounds, which is class leading. Gross vehicle weight rating is going to be 14,000 pounds, and those wheels are 18 by 6.5. I would like for them to go to an 18 by 8. I mean, I would even pay for that option for sure, because if you want to go with a bigger tire, gives you a lot more options, right? And here is the payload: 5,206 pounds, 20,000 pound conventional towing, 31,000 for gooseneck, and this truck weighs 8,794 pounds on the curb. So all in all, this is a really good option. I think that this is one of the best trucks in the segment, and that's just based off of the pricing. This is a really good price point. Some people, you know, can't really afford $100,000 truck. So with these being right around 93,000, not including discounts, you can get this truck for under 90 grand, and you can tow, like you just saw, over 30,000 pounds. Hope you guys liked the video. Be sure to ask your friend if you'd like to purchase this truck. See you guys soon.